Guten Tag, Kameraden. Following is an after-action report of a multiplayer played by eMake. My opponent is Jackal 105. We play a scenario called The Gates of Warsaw, version Redux Final. The scenario was created by Panzer Mike on a map by pbem. Those of you who have played through the Red Thunder campaign Blunting the Spear will recognize the map as part of the first mission. We write the 30th July 1944. Only 10 days after the assassination attempt on Germany's Führer and Reichskanzler. The Warsaw Uprising is in the making, and the Red Army's offensives to crush the Heeresgruppe Mitte carried the Bolsheviks up to the gates of Warsaw. I would like to comment briefly on the accuracy of the map designer. Here we have the place as it is today, the source Google Earth. It's a small town of Świecinik. Now an overlay with the map from Combat Mission Red Thunder, designed by Weenman. Now an overlay of German aerial reconnaissance imagery from September the 7th, 1944, so a month after the setting of the scenario. The map again. The scenario editor has its deficits which come along with the game engine, but the accuracy of the work is something I want to honor and show here. Świecinik is the small village which is occupied by Soviet forces and will be cleared from a Panzer Grenadier in a combined attack with 2 platoons of tanks. The main tank force will stay at the gathering point, waiting for the signal to advance on the left flank towards Wołomin. When looking at the ground objectives, why even bother with the village at all, you might ask? Planning an assault towards Wołomin, 2 factors are to consider which make an assault with all forces on the Wołomin axis unfavorable. A. We have a very limited amount of smoke shells. I believe it's about 32. Number of smoke shells has a direct correlation with the number of forces we can obscure and shield in a specific time when traversing a hostile anti-tank fire zone. B. Ground conditions and space to maneuver. Don't forget we have 20 Panzer V, 9 Panzer IVs and about 15 SPV 251s. So around about 40 to 44 vehicles need to move through the space in about 4 minutes. Just imagine what hell could break loose, just one tank in the moving line bogged down, blocking for 30 seconds the following forces, who start to maneuver and block, stop and evade, and block, move, block, stop. That would be such a damn total disaster. While we wait for the Panzer Grenadier, disperse their screening units, gather initial intel about locations and take up forward positions in the village. While we wait for the Panzer Grenadier, we get in touch with the enemy. A short test of defenses of the Red Army, gathering information and build the probable threat of an attack force able to attack at any given moment. In the village, enemy tank positions were located in advance by the infantry, which increases the prospects to successfully engage these dangerous assets. The HQ of the Aufklärungspionier, a lieutenant, reports his initial intelligence to the company commander of the armored troops. A Panzerspähwagen tasked with information gathering encounters an AT gun, which is in an advanced position, still in the build-up phase, without support. The AT crew is easily taken out of action. As expected, a tank rolls up to investigate the incident or take out the armored reconnaissance vehicle, which I kept hanging around as bait. The tank gets in position. The tank is spotted and destroyed. It's a fine difference to make if you are able to read your opponent, if you are able to understand basics of human behavior, integrate this knowledge into your own decision-making process. But now back to the match. We command units of the 1st Panzerabteilung of the Panzerregiment 27, equipped with Panzerkampfwagen 5 in Ausführung A und G, and one company of Panzergrenadiere from Panzergrenadierregiment 73, supported by AA units and a section of Aufklärungspioniere. The submachine gun units of the Red Army formations are dangerous opponents. Interesting that the fighting here will drag on until the end, culminating in a tank engagement, leading of course to casualties on both sides. And I admit that at a specific moment I was, as my opponent, too committed on the part of the map, which cost me at the end 4 tanks in a setting that was not favorable to the invested force. Meaning, when I commit to the flank and am willing to engage and risk units, then I need to integrate it into a full battle plan and use the sufficient assets. As the battle reaches the center of Sviesnik, the battle space here opens up towards the left flank, which will draw fire from there. Further field fortifications can be identified. Unfortunately, such fortifications like sandbag walls and foxholes get spotted at a long range. Trenches are even visible from round 1 on, no matter where on the map they are set. A reason why I often use them just as decoys, as they will probably be a priority target, binding attention, wasting ammunition, revealing attacker's position, creating awareness that distracts and therefore has negative implications on the decision-making process of the opposing side. As the last reinforcements arrive, the attack formation is gathering and a smoke screen is called in. Favorable moment, as a large number of enemy tanks are now concentrated near the village. The battle here is entering its final phase, but there is still a lot of work to be done and more than expected casualties to take. the remnants of the enemy armored force are scattered and still need to be hunted down one by one. It was a great match, thanks to Jackal 105. Greetings to the Netherlands, goodbye and thank you for watching. Einen schönen Tag noch.
Jetzt beginnt für uns ein neuer Abschnitt. Jetzt wird es ernst. Wir werden die Festung Deutschland verteidigen. Bis zum letzten Blutstropfen. Wer schlapp macht und Deutschland in seiner schwersten Stunde im Stich lässt, der ist ein Schweinehund. Geb's Gott, dass der Krieg noch 2 Jahre dauert. Und wir werden zeigen, was deutsche Offiziere sind. Scheiße! Wenn wir doch endlich zur Front könnten. Werner. Alles oder nichts! Die Halben holt der Teufel. Wir stehen zum Führer. Schlägt's dich in Scherben. Ich steh für 2. Und geht's ans Sterben. Ich bin dabei!
Papa,